Hi, faithful friends. I'm Michelle with I'm the Faithful Decorator. Thanks for joining me today. Today's video, I plan on just showing you a few decorating upgrades that I've done here in my house. I don't know if they're really upgrades, but I've been busy thrifting and visiting yard sales. And so I've gotten some really great items. I want to share those with you today. So come with me today. I'm just going to take you through the house and show you some of the areas that I've restyled. In today's haul, I went to the cat rescue. It's the Better Days thrift store if you're local to me. But I found these few items. So the first thing is this print. Let me hold it up so you can see it a little better without a glare. But it's a picture of a blacksmith. It's an Avon print. And I thought it was really pretty. It was just $2. So I'd gotten that. I'll need to find a home for it, but regardless, I thought it was really pretty. I got these cute little, they're page mounting corners. I like the little vintage look of this, so this will look cute, just kind of tucked into a basket or a little vintage, display of some sort. But these will be neat to decorate with. Again, I don't know how much they were. They weren't priced. And then I found this on the bottom shelf way back in, this ironstone platter. So pretty. Show you the stamp. But anyway, it's so pretty. A little bit of crazing, a little bit of staining here, but I'm okay with that. That will definitely be easy to decorate with. And then I got these two books. This one is Amana Colony Recipes. It's a family-sized recipes of the foods prepared and served in the Amana villages for over a century. But it's these types of foods. Kraut and it's just, really interesting. So I thought I just really wanted to look through it more than anything. But I do think some of the recipes might be interesting to try. And then there was this book. It's Teddy Roosevelt and the Rough Riders. But look at the binding. Isn't that so pretty? This one was copyrighted in 1954. But I thought this would be so pretty to decorate, with the Americana look. For Americana and some of my patriotic, pieces. But it's, I think it's a child's book. I've never read it, but it looked really pretty. And so those are the pieces I got. And I got this piece today too. This Colonial Americana print pillow. I kind of like it there. I don't really have anything else patriotic in this room. I'm in my office, but I have it sitting there in a corner for now. And I also wanted to show you, since I'm here, this is what I lovingly call my memory hutch. So on the top of that, I placed each of these baskets. I think they look nice up there. And some other things that I've done here. This is that old coverlet piece that I got in Williamsburg. I put it here underneath the lamb with this, berry sprig of flowers there, a bush. And then the oil lantern that I showed in a previous video is tucked into the back there. So there's the whole shelf. And today I also thrifted at the cat rescue this little pink doily, which I think looks so cute, highlighting the little chalkware bride and groom. And then those are the pictures, the floral, oh goodness. There's flowers, but the bird print I put you know, tucked in the back there. And here's a little vignette of the books in the casserole dish. I still have room. I can get one more book in there. And then this is the frame I purchased. Have a picture of me, my grandma, my daughter, and my aunt. And another little oil lamp that fits in a candlestick. Tucked in there. And then this shelf is where I have the other bird print. And then this top shelf, this was from the yard sale, the green, the lacy table runner. And then back up to the baskets. And over here on this wall, still in my office, the only thing I really updated, these items here, well, that picture, I think it's gorgeous. And this is a Longaberger basket that I've had for a long time. And I just put the black beads, berry pick in the greenery. But these items here on my Bibles, this basket I just thrifted this past week, or last weekend actually. I thought it looked cute here with the candle snuffer, just a thin velvet ribbon, and then the two little ducks that I thrifted. The shelf's a little messy. I need to tune it up a little bit. But just give you a little peek here. And then I do have these colonial pieces and that bird, oh my goodness, that horse statue. And then that's where my extra books that I'm not using right now, I have them stored there. And then the Crocs. Now last week I found this folk art print. So if you remember, I had purchased another picture with the lambs on it. I think it was a home interiors picture, but it was just too small. But I found this at a yard sale and I got it for $10. It's a canvas print and I think it goes really well there. That's my cat Kelly. I have two cats, that's one. But I like the green in the picture. I think picks up well with the colors of the green, even though it is patriotic. I like the size of it. I like that much, much better than what I had up there before. I think it goes really well because this is a colonial type, you know, bed, four-poster bed. And so I'm happy with that. Now I did put this other thrifted picture, oops, if I can get closer here, the lighting. But I put this picture here that I that I got at a yard sale, this oil painting. I'm not real thrilled with it here, just because I feel like it's just kind of hanging out here by itself. So I'll probably take that down and switch that out at some point, and possibly just let it blank. But that's where I'm at for now in the bedroom. And, the next room is my dining room, and I completely switched out my hutch and my table for the most part. Some things are the same, like the candlesticks, the table runner I'm still loving. I don't want to put it away. But I changed out my centerpiece. And I put this, it's a reproduction, it's not a real, it's a resin bowl to look like a wooden bowl, like a dough bowl, but I filled it with all of my faux vegetables. So we have asparagus and see, onions and potatoes. Have yeah, there's a garlic, artichokes, you name it, it's in there. But I really like the way that looks. I have just fun with faux foods. The casserole dish is still there on the corner. The little coasters. I need to find something to put my, this is a beeswax candle, hand poured. I just haven't found a home for it yet. But there is the dining room table. And now my hutch, I took down all the patriotic supplies, decorations, and I have it just a kind of a neutral, summery look. Let me just show you each little shelf. This shelf I didn't change anything. But here we have the blue pieces with all of my silverware that I've been collecting. Oh, now these are thrifted. This is one of those globes, a candle globe, that I just turned upside down. I got it from the cat rescue for 50 cents. And I'm using it for a cloche. You can see I have my little salt dish with a little ceramic bird. But I got 2 of those. And my flower frog with just a little sticker cut out. Butter pat. And I put a picture in, I need to get a picture for in that wooden frame in the front. And my ironstone platters that I thrifted this past week. Or last weekend. I put the little duck over here in the corner. Everything stayed the same on this shelf except I added faux cinnamon rolls and my stone fruit cherries underneath the cloche, the cheese glass lid. And then here, this is my newest thrift good yard sale item. This was another $5 crock. And it is so beautiful. I don't have a black, this is my first and only black and white crock. But I love it. And this is a little honey, for honey. I don't have the little stick. I need to get a little stick for it. But isn't that so cute? It's vintage. And these are clay, like the cinnamon dough cutouts of bees. Back in there is the candle ring I just got at yard sales. I just put a battery operated candle. And this is just a piece of wooden paneling out of something old. It's old weathered and I love the green on it. And it was like 50, I think it was actually 25 cents for that pan. It was in a box of old pieces. Here I have my stone or my silver bowl with some wooden eggs, another berry spray bush, a little crock that I had gotten at a yard sale, a little jug, more berry picks with a little wooden box, and then my brown and white transferware that I thrifted. I'm topped off with this cute little, you know, pineapple crocheted doily, and that's the box that I had gotten at a yard sale. Here's that shelf. And here's the shelf above. And then going straight down to the bottom shelf. Let's take a closer look at that. And this is another one of those candle holders, candle globes that I turned upside down. And I have it filled with the cinnamon dough, a little bee cut out and a bee skep on this beautiful vintage green and white little saucer. So cute. Back here I have the red and white creamer with some vintage spoons. This green and white scale. Topped it with this little doily, a grapevine wreath, a red and white transferware dish, along with these strawberry stone fruit. And this is that wonky spoon that I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that or not. But I have it tucked in that bowl. Over here I have the platters layered with the little recipe book. This is a fabric pear. I have this Longaberger bowl filled with some more stone fruit, a couple pears, and I think that's a squash. This hand stitched pillow just rests right here, and this is on an old quilt coverlet. And this, I got this at the thrift store. It's this cute little mouse tucked into this watering can. I thought he was so cute, so I had to have him. Now this is another one of those wooden pieces I got for 25 cents at a yard sale, and I topped it with a couple, you know, salt and pepper shakers. You can see the green, so pretty. And I have it in a white ironstone pitcher that's filled with cream berry picks. And then this is from the thrift store. It's just a rusty, crusty candlestick holder, and I put a primitive, rusty, crusty candle in it. And then this is just a wreath that I have hanging on one of the knobs. So give you another little picture or view of that shelf. And that is my dining room hutch for the summer, for the rest of the summer, I should say. I haven't really done anything to this cabinet, but I did put this little hummingbird, if I can get a shot of it, this cute little hummingbird print that I got at a thrift store, as well as this brown and white transferware cup. So I have them stacked here. For now, I'm not completely happy with this shelf, but for now that's what it looks like. And I'll show you the other shelves. I haven't done anything different to those, but just let you have a little update look at them. All my tools I've been stacking in there. And then this top shelf, nothing's changed on it at all. And then the very top, and then along the side. And last but not least, this is my library table. I added this piece, I think it's coral. It's from the water, so maybe should somewhere. It might just be a rock with holes in it. But I added that. Here's my old typewriter. I haven't changed anything there. And the only thing I did over here was add this reading magnifying reader. Still have the kitties, still have my seashells, still enjoying it for summer, and my magnifying glasses. Thank you so much for joining me today and watching my video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the display so far. I know some things I need to tweak. If you have some suggestions for those areas, let me know. I would love to hear your suggestions. But for the most part, I am pretty happy with how it looks. I'm pretty content. I know here soon, in about, probably about a month, here in about 3-4 weeks from now, I will get out my fall decor, and so it will change again. So this is what I could call a transitional late summer home decor. You know, my dining room hutch, dining room table, and the library table. It's my summer look, my late summer look. But let me know in the comments what you think, what your favorite item is, or you know, if there was a specific display idea that you liked. Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you and hear your input. But thanks so much for joining me today. I want you to know that you are blessed and you are highly favored. Have a great day.